Well, well, well. It's happening, you guys. Get excited! Get excited! Zack Snyder confirms work on the 300 TV series. He's back, everybody! He's back! Oh my goodness, he's back! Oh, jeez. Oh, man, I'm sorry for those of you listening with earbuds or whatever you're listening on. I apologize. But he's back, according to Zack Snyder. That's right. Look, we talked about this a few months ago. There was the rumor, the revelation that there was a 300 TV series in the works, a prequel series to Zack Snyder's 300 film, which I very much enjoyed. I love that movie. It's a great film. The sequel, not so much. But the movie was great. But everybody was freaking out back then, 3 months ago. Zack Snyder is back at Warner Brothers. Look at this. It is amazing. Well, it's really interesting because it's Warner Brothers Television, first of all. It's not like this is his pathway back to the SnyderVerse. That's something that people don't understand. This is a separate studio, a separate entity within Warner Brothers Discovery. This doesn't mean he's working at DC Studios. This doesn't mean that he's going to be doing work for James Gunn. Because remember, guys, James Gunn heads DC Studios. Peter Safran and James Gunn head DC Studios. Sure, it's nice to see that Zack Snyder is reaching his hand out and shaking David Zaslav's hand. Whether that's the case or not, whether Zaslav has any say in what is going on here at all, that may not be the case. Remember, the guy way up here at Warner Brothers Discovery doesn't always have anything to say what's going on way down here. And that's the thing. Warner Brothers Television, way down here at the bottom, I mean, they're just going about their day. They're trying to find projects to do and make, and let's get some television shows going for HBO or for this state. And sometimes it's not even for HBO. Sometimes it's like, hey, well, let's make a show and then let's shop it to networks and see what networks want to buy it. And heck, it could go to Netflix. It could go to Disney. It could go to Hulu. It could go to ABC, NBC. Who knows? And that's the thing that people don't quite understand about studios like this, about productions like this. But let's get into what Zack actually says here, because it's not all it's cracked up to be, okay? He says, we're just getting ready to dive in and get to work on it. It's super fun. I love the world, Snyder said. And even just in preliminary meetings we've had talking about it, like, what if this happened or that happened? Just a lot of it's really fun to go like, wow, it's rich standard. It's similar to this, Twilight of the Gods, in a weird way, as far as there's a lot of underpinnings. Again, they have just started talking about it. And I want to take you back 3 months ago. Hey, look at that guy. Look at that guy. That's me. Probably 10, 15 pounds heavier. But that's me. That's me. And what did I have to say 3 months ago? When you're this early on, my guess is it was just a conversation like, hey, we really liked that 300 movie and it didn't do too bad for us. Yeah, it was pretty good, huh? I wonder if there's maybe a story there that we could tell like a prequel with. Yeah. Hey, why don't we see if Zack's not busy? And that's pretty much where it's at, I'm sure. And I honestly, when you take a look at what Zack says here, that it's super fun, I love the world, even just in preliminary meetings we've had talking about it. They've just had preliminary meetings. Like I said 3 months ago, this thing is so far off that we'd be lucky to see this happen within the next 2 or 3 years. It is far off. We're not going to see anything happen. And again, when you're talking about Warner Brothers Television, when you're talking about a television studio like Warner Brothers Television, it could show up on HBO. It could show up on Max. It could show up on AMC. It could show up on Netflix. It could show up on ABC, NBC, Fox. It could show up anywhere like that. Again, it's nice to see Zack Snyder working within the Warner Brothers family again. Absolutely, I get that. And a lot of people want to sit there and say, this is the beginning, this is the pathway to getting the Snyderverse restored. He's looking for work, guys. What don't you understand about this? He needs work. It's that simple. He needs a job. He needs work. Rebel Moon is not going to continue. The Army of the Dead series, we don't know what's going on with that. It doesn't seem to be moving forward. I would like it to. I didn't hate it. I wish it was a little bit better, but it piqued my interest enough to see where it could go. But the Rebel Moon stuff, it's not moving forward. No matter how much people want to try and boost up and say, that movie and those movies were amazing, it did great. It didn't. They didn't. So he's looking for work. He needs work to do. They're in preliminary meetings. At this point in time, this isn't saying that it's greenlit. This isn't saying that they're definitely going to make it. This isn't saying that it's going to happen. They could have these meetings. They could talk for 3 to 6 months. And in the end, it doesn't happen. It falls apart. This happens all the time in Hollywood. Or after 3 to 6 months, they're like, this is awesome. Let's get scripts made. Let's start looking at, a production budget. What can we do to make this happen? Then they start doing that. Then they start to discuss other studios or other outlets that they can make this show. They may even make a pilot. They may make a pilot and then shop that pilot around to other networks. I mean, this is the process in making this show. Where's he going to have time to restore the Snyderverse, people? Again, maybe this show gets made. It's still a big maybe. I'm up for it. If it's as good as the 300 movie was, I'm up for it. But you people need to just relax, chill out, back up a little bit, and realize this does not mean the Snyderverse is restored. It does not. It does not mean that. But I want to know what you all think. Are you excited about this? Is this something that you want to see happen? Are you interested in this 300 show, prequel show by Zack Snyder? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Hit that like button, hit subscribe. Become a Slav Geek Talker. Come become a member. Support my channel. $2.99 a month. I'd be forever grateful. Support me at $2.99. It's not that bad of a price, and you'd be supporting me. A great channel, doing some great things here. We're growing, and you could be one of the first to support this channel. It'd be amazing. But with all that said, guys, let me know what your thoughts are in the comments, and I will catch you all later.